That is when I felt the call to change my career path. I had worked in the business field for over 20 years and was contemplating going back to school for my MBA. However, God had a different plan for me. I ended up getting my master's in special education. My first experience as a student teacher was working with multi-needs children. Children that are diagnosed with cognitive disabilities, multiple disabilities, physical impairments, health impairments, and/or autism, and are taught within a self-contained educational setting. I loved the opportunity I had to work with a very experienced teacher who was getting ready to retire, and because of that, I was hired as her replacement the following year. That program relocated to Braidwood from Rockdale. I made that commute for a year and unexpectedly got a call on the last day of the school year from the Plainfield School District. They hired me for a new multi-needs program designed for students who just didn't fit in the current multi-needs program. These students, most with an autism diagnosis, had very challenging behavioral, academic, communication, and sensory processing needs. I was offered the position as the middle school teacher for this program. The first week was more than overwhelming. We had a student who had hit under a desk, another one who cried and worked at top speed from the classroom. Some of the students were physically aggressive to staff and other students, and stripping was very common. I remember talking to the school social worker after the first day, wondering how I could have left a perfectly wonderful, calm, multi-needs program and come to this chaotic program filled with students I felt were unteachable. I was pretty confident that I was not the teacher for this specialized program and was planning on resigning. Not wanting to give up, I became an advocate for my students. I decided I was going to make this program work. My students would learn, and more importantly, I wanted to be a support system for their parents. Working with administration, I was able to get more teaching assistants, support staff. I had a behavior specialist in my classroom, also with a speech and occupational therapy services. Within a few months, we had visual supports, behavior strategies, communication devices, and a structured learning environment in place. I still have a super team. Each year, we are always surprised by the creative challenges new students can bring. Like the time I had just finished being observed by the principal of the school and was bragging with my team about how well one of our students had been during the observation. To quickly looking over to the sensory room where the student was taking a break and noticing that he had just stripped and was dancing on the group table as the 7th grade PE class was running. My students now participate in the After-School Class Buddies program and work with other regular ed students in an adaptive PE program. Programs that were not available to them 5 years ago. Things aren't always perfect, behavior still exists. Sometimes a peer will get hit or pinched, and community trips always make me super nervous. However, it is gratifying when a student uses his iPad to make a complete sentence or greet someone without being prompted, and when students are making academic progress because they have the right supports to help them be successful and learn new skills. This is Christ in motion through my love and commitment to these students and their families. I enjoy working with my students, and I especially love communicating with their parents about meeting their time.